We know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system.
And they're talking about threatening him with insurance fraud.
Sunny Hosten has never wanted to shy away from controversy, especially when it comes to speaking her mind on The View. But now, with her husband, Dr. Emmanuel, Manny, Hosten, at the center of a massive fraud scandal, she's remained eerily silent. Why isn't she defending him or even commenting on the case? As the drama unfolds, figures like Joe Rogan are calling out her unexpected quietness. What's really going on behind the scenes? Let's uncover the truth behind her silence in this shocking legal drama. Dr. Hosten, an orthopedic surgeon running Hostin Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is facing serious accusations. These aren't your average claims of malpractice or minor negligence. No, Dr. Hosten is being accused of insurance fraud, receiving kickbacks, and being entangled in a massive RICO lawsuit with 180 defendants. That's right, 180 defendants. This case is a legal thriller of epic proportions. So what exactly went down? How did Sunny's husband end up at the center of a criminal investigation? And what does this mean for the healthcare system in the US? Buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into this shocking scandal. Before we get into the gritty details of the lawsuit, let's break down the RICO Act for those of you who might not be familiar. The Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, or RICO, was originally designed to take down organized crime. Think mafia families, gangsters, and other criminal enterprises. It was a tool used by the government to dismantle some of the most dangerous organizations in the world. But here's the twist. This law, once reserved for criminals running illegal businesses, is now being used to target medical professionals. Now, the RICO Act isn't just going after small-time fraudsters. It's after a network of doctors, hospitals, and medical practices. And in this case, Dr. Hosten is not alone. He is one of 180 defendants in a massive lawsuit, which includes other doctors, surgeons, and medical facilities. So what does that mean? It means we could be looking at a much larger problem in the healthcare system than we ever realized. The lawsuit alleges that Dr. Hosten and his colleagues participated in a scheme to defraud the healthcare system by performing unnecessary surgeries, charging insurance companies for services that weren't rendered, and accepting kickbacks for procedures that were done to line their pockets. This is far from your typical legal battle. It's a huge shift in the fight against healthcare corruption. Now, let's get into the meat of the allegations. According to the lawsuit, Dr. Hosten and others were involved in performing unnecessary surgeries, specifically arthroscopic surgeries. For those who aren't familiar, an arthroscopy is a minimally invasive procedure used to look inside joints. It's a popular choice for many patients with knee, shoulder, or other joint issues. But here's the big question. Were these surgeries necessary, or were patients just being used as pawns in a financial scheme? In many cases, arthroscopy is a legitimate, life-changing surgery. But the lawsuit claims that in some instances, the surgeries were performed on patients who didn't really need them. Were these patients' knees and shoulders truly in need of repair, or were they being operated on for financial gain? The lawsuit suggests that some patients may have been misled into undergoing surgery they didn't need, all for the sake of making more money from insurance companies. And speaking of insurance, the lawsuit alleges that kickbacks were paid for recommending or performing these surgeries. Doctors allegedly received financial incentives for performing procedures, even if they weren't necessary. In one case, a doctor might have performed multiple knee surgeries on a patient's knee, even when they didn't require it. This was all done to increase insurance payouts and make a profit. As expected, Dr. Hosten's legal team was quick to fight back. His lawyer, Daniel Thwaites, didn't waste any time coming out swinging. He called the lawsuit meritless and a scattershot attempt by the insurance company Attic to recover losses. According to Thwaites, Attic is a nearly bankrupt company looking to drag innocent people into a lawsuit to save itself. He painted the lawsuit as a desperate move by a financially struggling company that's looking for someone to blame. Thwaites also pointed out that the RICO case was overblown, arguing that the charges were largely exaggerated. He insisted that the surgeries performed by Dr. Hosten and his colleagues were medically necessary, and that any claims to the contrary were fabricated or misinterpreted. What's the strategy here? It's simple. Thwaites is trying to shift the focus away from Dr. Hosten and onto Attic, the insurance company. By accusing Attic of using the lawsuit to deflect attention from their own financial troubles, Thwaites is hoping to cast doubt on the legitimacy of the case. This defense strategy could certainly complicate things for Attic and make the case much harder to win. While Dr. Hosten battles it out in the courts, one person has remained silent throughout this entire ordeal, Sunny Hosten. If you've ever watched The View, you know that Sunny isn't shy about speaking her mind. She's known for tackling tough issues head on and never backing down from controversy. So, why has she stayed quiet on this one? Some fans have speculated that Sunny is keeping silent to protect her reputation. She's built her career as a public figure, and a scandal involving her husband could potentially harm her career. Others think that she's staying silent for her own protection, avoiding getting dragged into the mess herself. But the question remains, is she standing by her husband, or is there something else going on? Her silence has led to wild speculation among fans and media outlets. Is she distancing herself from Dr. Hosten to avoid being linked to his legal troubles, or is she quietly supporting him behind the scenes? The fact that she hasn't made a public statement yet only adds to the mystery. Whatever the case, her silence has created more questions than answers. While the focus right now is on Dr. Hosten and the lawsuit, this case speaks to a much larger issue, the state of healthcare in the United States. This isn't just a case of one bad doctor or one fraudulent scheme. This is about a broken system where profit often comes before patient care. At its core, the case highlights how deeply entrenched corruption is in the healthcare industry, how many more doctors and medical professionals are out there engaging in fraudulent activities, how many patients have been misled or mistreated for financial gain. This isn't just about one surgeon, it's about a system that could be failing patients on a massive scale. And let's not forget about the insurance companies. They too have their flaws. The lawsuit alleges that Attic itself has a history of denying claims and underpaying doctors. If the insurance companies aren't any better than the doctors, then what are patients supposed to do? Can they really trust a system that seems designed to take advantage of them at every turn? So where does this leave us? Well, right now, it leaves us on the edge of our seats, waiting to see how this saga plays out. Dr. Hosten has not been found guilty, and the allegations are still just that, allegations. But as the case unfolds, it's likely to get even more complicated. One thing's for sure, this case isn't just about one doctor or one lawsuit, it's about the entire healthcare system and its failures. Whether Dr. Hosten is guilty or innocent, the case has already brought attention to the corruption in both the healthcare and insurance industries, and that's something we can't ignore. Will Dr. Hosten be exonerated, or will he become one of the biggest fall guys in recent history? Will the truth about the healthcare system come to light, or will it be buried in legal paperwork and settlements? For now, all we can do is wait and watch. That's all for today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe to stay updated as this shocking scandal continues to unfold. You won't want to miss the next twist in the drama, and I'll be right here bringing you the latest. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and I'll see you the next video.